Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to look at a printing method that can take your art from a computer screen and put it onto just about anything: wood, metal, even glass. It's called toner transfer printing, and honestly, it might just change how you think about making art. So, take a look at this. It's beautiful, right? It has this rich, painterly feel, looks like it took ages to create. But what if I told you it was made with a regular laser printer and a heat press? Yeah, seriously, this is way more accessible than you probably think. So, how do you actually do this? How do you take what's on your screen and turn it into something real, something you can hold? Well, let's dive in and see how you can use tools you might already have to create stuff just like this. All right, here's the plan. First, we're going to see why this is so much more than just for printing logos on t-shirts. Then we'll get into how it actually works. We'll explore why it's a total game changer for the classroom, check out its amazing artistic possibilities, and finally, look at how it's being used to make a real difference. Okay, first up, let's talk about how toner transfer printing really builds this incredible bridge between the digital world that students live in and the hands-on, get your hands dirty world of printmaking. You know, if you're an art teacher, you've probably run into this problem. How do you bring digital tools into the studio without losing that magic of actually making something? Traditional printmaking can be messy, it can be slow, but toner transfer, it's clean, it's fast, and it connects those two worlds perfectly. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. How does this whole thing work? You're probably going to be surprised by just how straightforward it is. So what is toner transfer printing really? Well, at its core, it's a totally dry process. You're just using a laser printer, this special kind of foil, and a heat press to move your design onto all sorts of materials. No wet ink, no mess. It really just boils down to 3 simple steps. First, you design your image on the computer. Second, you print a mirrored version of it onto the special foil. And third, you use a heat press to transfer it. That's it. Design, print, press. So everything kicks off on your computer or tablet. This is your digital playground. You have total freedom here to design what you want, tweak it, manipulate photos, get it absolutely perfect before you even think about printing. All right, next up, printing. Using just a standard laser printer, you'll print a mirrored version of your design onto this special transfer foil. And that foil is the key. It acts like a carrier, holding onto that toner, getting it ready for the final step. And now for the magic moment, the press. The heat and pressure basically activate the toner and fuse it right into the surface of whatever you're printing on. It creates this permanent, really professional-looking print, whether it's on wood, fabric, metal, you name it. So why is this so perfect for a classroom, you ask? Well, let's break down all the practical reasons this is such a fantastic tool for teachers and students. I mean, for educators, this is a dream come true. It's super fast, so you don't have a huge line of students waiting around. It's clean. No inks, no solvents, nothing to clean up but a piece of used foil. You get incredible, high-quality prints. It's safe to use with a little instruction, and, this is the big one, it's super cheap to run. We're talking really low cost, which is perfect for any school budget. And when you actually stack it up against other methods, you can see right away why it's such a winner. It's way more versatile, you can print on almost anything. It's much cheaper than other options. But most importantly, it gives you so much more artistic freedom to mix things up and create something truly unique. Okay, we've talked about the how. Now let's get into the wow. It's time to get inspired and really dive into the incredible artistic doors that toner transfer printing opens up. Just look at this transformation. You go from this digital file on the left to this incredible, tangible piece of art on the right. It's on wood, so it has this amazing texture and character. The grain of the wood actually becomes part of the art itself. It's completely one of a kind. And this is where you can really start to play. Toner transfer just begs for experimentation. In this piece, the artist actually drew on the wood with wax pencils before pressing the image. It creates this amazing, layered, mixed media effect. You just can't get that any other way. And you know what? It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, some of the coolest effects come from not being perfect. You can mess with the foil, sand the final piece, embrace those little breaks and tears. They're not mistakes, they're creative choices that give your work so much character. And seriously, you can print on almost anything that can take the heat. We're talking wood, metal, glass, leather, cardboard, the list just goes on. It's a fantastic opportunity to upcycle old things and turn everyday objects into amazing art. So this is all amazing for art class, right? But what happens when you take this powerful technique and use it for something even bigger? What about using it to make a real-world impact? Well, let me tell you about the Fair Image Student Company. This is a group of young entrepreneurs who are using their art skills to do some real good in the world. They use toner transfer to create and sell all kinds of products, and all the money they make goes straight to charity. And get this, for their celebrity doodle collection, they actually collaborated with famous people like professional soccer players and had them submit doodles. They printed those doodles on fair trade t-shirts, and the whole campaign was a massive success, raising a ton of money for a good cause. So you see, this is way bigger than just an art project. It's real-world experience. These students are learning about marketing, sales, production, all while learning about social responsibility and making a real impact in their community. It's amazing. So, toner transfer printing. It's more than just a technique. It's a bridge between the digital and the physical. It's a gateway to a whole universe of creativity. It's your chance to make your digital ideas real. So, I guess there's only one question left. What are you going to create?